Shalom, shalom, shalom to the 12 tribe that scattered abroad. Shalom, shalom to the 12 tribe that is scattered abroad. Welcome back to the reading of the Bible with your brother Nehemiah. I am Israel, a true seeker of Yahweh. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things. How are the 12 tribes doing today? How was the Sabbath for y'all yesterday? How was y'all day? How are y'all enduring? How y'all are accepting what's going on in this world? If you drawing yourself close now to the God, or is you just living in a wicked world and just trying to carry on, I guess. I don't know. But I wanted to come to y'all today by reading the Bible of the Leviticus. But before we get started in that, we want to give all praise and honor to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, and his son. We like to give all praise and honor to them. Like we have to glorify the God. We have to honor him in all ways. Now, this book came in the mail, and I know a lot of households got it. Now, when it first came and I seen the copy of it, I was thinking it was like Make America Great Again. So I just egged the book. So the book sat on my table for about 2-3 months or so, since I had got it when it came in the mail. And last night, they said if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. And something drew me to this book. And I picked the book up off the table, and I just started glancing at the book, and I read the out copy. I'm gonna show it to you. This book right here. I was reading the out copy, the Great Controversy. It's talking about the Great Controversy. It's will two former rivals unite? Will they unite? This book matches with the Bible. Something drew me to this book last night. Imagine now this book was sitting on my table 3 months or more since it came in the mail. And the thought crossed my mind, if you want to hide something from a black man, put it in a book. And when I came out the kitchen, I went straight to this book and picked the book up. And I started glancing at everything. And then I read a couple of little part from on this page, the introduction and all that. I read a little thing on that. Then it was saying something about God. It said something about God. And I'm like, what? So I went in it and I seen the content. In the first chapter, the first book come up in it is the destruction of Jerusalem. So I started reading it this morning. I started reading on it last night, the first chapter, this page right here. But my friend kept talking so much and interrupt, so I just put the book down and said, I'll wait till in the morning. Cause she's getting to learn the truth and she wanna know the truth. So I teach her the truth. But I told her you gotta know how to control your mouth. It's rude to interrupt a person while they're in the middle of their speech. And she give her time, I give all the time in the world. All the time in the world. She willing to learn. She willing to learn. She willing to accept the Bible. That all that come with it. So, I'm gonna give a whole lot of time. A whole lot of time. But this book right here, man, y'all need to get into this book. Like I said, I ain't started reading yet, but I started this morning. I read a couple of pages. I got I gotta put my real bookmark in it. But I got a piece of paper side where I stopped that, cause me and her was on the phone this morning and I was reading it. So I read to page 4 right now. I'm going on page 5. I'm at the bottom of page 4 for to start another paragraph, going into page 5. But I'm gonna read this book and I'm gonna mount it up. It's like what I was reading when they calling out when you're gonna see it's showing the verse Luke such and such, such and such. So he's saying what it's saying in the Bible. cause it's a woman who wrote this book. She was born back in 1879. Her name is E.G. White, Ellen G. White. Born back in 18 some. And and my friend, she sent me a picture of her. I'm trying to figure out what her nationality is and everything, cause she looked white, she looked Indian, she looked like she could be a Israelite, and she looked like she could be a Caucasian person, or maybe another nation. So I'm gonna still do some more research on it. But anyway, y'all need to read this book cause it basing on to the Bible. It said the destruction of Jerusalem. Then you got hold on, let me put these glasses on cause you got some more stuff. And it basically like it's like she was telling when we went into captivity of Jerusalem, when Judah went into captivity in Jerusalem. Remember Jeremiah now talked about that. That's in the book of Jeremiah. So that's when it like the destruction of Jerusalem. When they came in and took Judah up out of there. You know, the northern tribe was already gone. They was in their captivity of Assyria. And Judah went into the captivity of Babylon. Yeah. So you got the persecution in the first century. You got an era of spiritual darkness. I guess they're supposed to be like the wilderness. They say the wilderness. John Wycliffe. See, I don't know what all this is. That's why I want to read it. Huss and Jerome. Luther, separation from Rome. Luther before the diet. The Swiss reform. I heard something about the Swiss family. Progress of reform in Germany. Now y'all know Germany was the Roman protest of the prince, the French Reformation, the Netherlands of Scandinavia, later English form, the Bible, and the French Revolution, the Pilgrim Father. You got a couple of the great religious awakening, a warning rejected, prophecies fulfilled, what is the sanctuary in the holy of holiness, God's law immutable. So this gonna be a pretty very interesting book. So I'm gonna read this book, and I'm gonna continue to start on it, finish it starting today to get in it. And it looked like it was like 400 some pages. But this book was written way back. What it said, this book is old. It was written in different forms. Like when I Googled it, other book, it showed me different like formats of it. And it did say it was written back in the, I think it said the 1800s. Cause she was born in I think 1879 she was born. But I guess these are just how the new copies came up, how they reprinted. Cause when you Google it and then you go on image, it showed different things. I seen this one too on but this the latest copy that was printed. So y'all, if y'all can, it said everybody had one in the mail. I read it on something. Oh, right here. It tell you about it right here. Need the question people ask about the book. No, you wasn't picked out. Every household got one. Now, welcome to Reading the Bible. Back, baby. We are back. In fact, man, how are our people doing in Israel? Man, today, man, we going to get into Leviticus chapter 11 because we left off with Leviticus chapter 9 and 10. So we finna jump into Leviticus chapter 11, which I had already did. You go on my page, you'll see it. I already had did something on Leviticus chapter 11. But this is reading the Bible all the way through, like we said. So it ain't going to be a whole lot of breakdowns on it like the other one. So you can go on my page and look at, I think it called, matter of fact, let me go on to see what it called. I can't remember what I called it. I think it got something to do with unclean and clean, what we could eat and what we can't eat. That's what I think is talking about, you know. But anyway, we finna find out what it was. I got 25 subscribers. I need 25 more. He in prison? You know, some of my aunt know him. He said that was his cousin friend, and I'm going to ask about that. So, let me see. Go to my videos. Man, I've been doing wonderful. How about y'all? Been trying to work with Israel and get back into the mode of this. And I'm glad he brought me a friend around. You know, I've been asking for a person. I got a friend he brought to me. And we've been kicking it for the last 3 weeks for a month, you know. And she's very interested in the Bible. And I love that. She's very interested in the Bible. No, it's not that one. Not that. Let me see. Bear with me, family. I'm just trying to find it so I can see what the name was so y'all can go right to it or type it in and it'll pull it up. What this is? This. No, I did it way before that. I did it after that, I think. Blessings and curses. No, that was from Deuteronomy, I think. I was talking about Deuteronomy with the blessing. Don't give up. Salvation is near. That was. It wasn't that one either. Understand the second Israel. Man, I can't find it. I can't remember what I reading about Exodus 4 and pagan tradition. Because this ain't up under reading the Bible. I done went way back to Genesis. So it must be. It might be Thanksgiving. Let's talk about it. It might be in that one. thought I had did it before all this. I mean, yeah, I did it after all this. So it might be that one. Thanksgiving. Let's see. I can't remember. But I remember doing it. What the thing got supposed to say how many videos I had? Well, anyway, we finna get into it, and I guess I'll just boost it on up because I can't find it. So, everybody open up to get that King James Version out with the Apocrypha and go to Leviticus chapter 11, man. Let's get into this. Because this is this could make a whole thing. And my baby calling. Let me see, I'm gonna have to call her on this. Meshing her. Salaki family. Come on, mama. Here we go.
I was just telling you your bread had like 30 minutes left to cook.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 35.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll bring it when I finish. Bye.
Okay. I'm finna text you some. This nigga hung up quick. That was my friend. I really like her a lot. Especially when she wanna accept the truth. And she accepted too. She willing to learn. So, okay. Open up to Leviticus chapter 11. Because that's where we're gonna begin and that's where we at. Leviticus chapter 11. Okay, we had left out with Leviticus chapter 10 and doing all these offerings, and you should eat it in the holy place where they should eat the offerings and the wave breast and he shoulder shall you eat in a clean place. it was a lot that Moses had told the Aaron, and Aaron had to tell the children of Israel. But y'all can go back and read Leviticus chapter 10. Right now, we finna get into Leviticus chapter 11. So everybody got their book open, and we will begin in Leviticus chapter 11, verse 1. And it reads, this is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel, say, these are the beasts which ye shall eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. Now, he told him to speak unto the children of Israel and to speak to say to them that according to all the beasts, now these are the beasts that you can eat among all the beasts that are on the earth. This is in the Torah, the beginning of the laws, what Lord telling Moses to give to the children of Israel. And we're going to get a couple of precepts behind that. Why do you do that? Okay, these are the beasts. Deuteronomy chapter 14 and 4. These are the beasts which ye shall eat, the ox, the sheep, and the goat. Ezekiel chapter 4, verse 14. Then said I, Lord God, behold, my soul had not been polluted. For from my youth up, even till now have I not eaten that which died of itself, or is torn in pieces, neither came there abominable flesh into my mouth. So he ate no abominable flesh. It's a couple of precepts. But that first one wrapped it up. Let's continue. Verse, we're talking about these are the one beasts that you can eat that are on the earth. Verse 3, whatsoever parted the hoof and is clove-footed and chewed the cud among the beasts, that shall ye eat. He said, what parted, what shall ye not, whatsoever parted the hoof. Okay, let's see. The hoof, define hoof. We're going to go to the definition of defining hoof. 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 A plural hoof of hooves is the hard, hornet cover that protects the ends of the toes in animals like horses, cows, pigs, and deer. Whatsoever parted the hoof. What is hoof in the Bible? In the Bible, a hoof is primarily used as a defining characteristic for identifying clean and unclean animals. Under the dietary laws of the Old Testament, it carries significant symbols, meaning for discernment, holiness, and a believer's walk with God. The dietary law, clean versus unclean, according to the law of Moses, detailed in Leviticus chapter 11 and Deuteronomy chapter 14. For a land mammal to be considered clean, and suitable for food or sacrifice, it had to meet 2 physical centuries. It must part the hoof. The animal must have a split or cloven hoof completely divided in 2. Y'all know what a hoof look like when you see a horse, when you see a deer, when you see a pig. Okay, let's continue. Go back to Leviticus chapter 11, the hoof. And is clove-footed, and clove-footed is the hoof. Let's get the definition of that right quick. Clove-footed or clove hoof describe animals that have feet or hooves divided into 2 distinct toes, such as cows, sheep, goats, pigs, and deer. So the clove hoof is the hoof. The clove-footed is the hoof. It's this thing. So it whatsoever parted the hoof and is clove-footed and chewed the cud. So he had to chew it the cud. Let's get what cud is. Cud, mostly commonly referred to the partially digested, softening food that ruminant animals like cows, sheep, and goats bring back up from their stomach to chew again for better digestion. That's chewing the cud. They chew it, they swallow it, they bring it back up and chew it again and bring it back down. So it's saying, whatsoever part of the hoof and is clove-footed and chew it the cud. If it doesn't chew the cud, among the beasts, that shall ye eat. That shall you eat. Like the sheep, the goat, the cow, the deer. It chew it the cud. It brings it back up and chew it again for a better digestion. That's what chewing the cud mean. Verse 4. So them the ones you should eat. The one that part the hoof and is clove-footed and chew it the cud. Among the beasts, that shall ye eat. Verse 4. Nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. Unclean means he impure. He impure to you. He is unclean. This the camel. He chewed the cud. He said, nevertheless, these shall ye not eat of them that chew the cud, or of them that divide the hoof, as the camel, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hoof. He is unclean unto you. So the camel chewed the cud, but he don't divide the hoof. So he's unclean to you. Verse 5. And the coney, a rocket hyrax or rock badger. Let's get the definition of this coney, because I want to see what this is for myself. Coney, also spelled coney, is a traditional English word that primarily refers to a rabbit, especially the European rabbit, or its fur. Depends on the context. It can also refer to several other animals, a gullible person, or a regional savor hot dog. So, hold on. Let me see what it talking about the Bible, because it got 4 different. It can mean a marine fish, a grouper, a coney dog, Coney Island, a rabbit, Okay, what is coney in the Bible? Okay. In the Bible, a coney is the Old English term for a rocket hyrax or rocket badger, a small, furry, social mammal native to the Middle East and Africa. Although they look like oversized guinea pigs or rabbits, they are physically unrelated. Them bitches look like rats. Them bitches don't look like no motherfucking rabbits. Cuz, look at this. Man, I hope y'all can see that. Them bitches look like rats, don't it? That ain't no goddamn rabbit. No way, no how. They look rodent. That's why it said they not related. Man, hold on. I gotta go back into that. That's why I say they not related. Come on, thing, pop back up. It say, although they look like oversized guinea pigs or rabbits, they are physically unrelated. Them don't look like rabbit, but that's what it's saying. Yeah, it's a rabbit a coney. It say yes, coney is an older English word for a rabbit, specifically the European rabbit. But that don't look like no rabbit, man. That look like a rodent. But that's unclean. Let's continue verse 5 again from the top. And the coney, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hood. He don't divide the hood. He is unclean unto you. So he unclean. Even the rabbit unclean. Because the rabbit, I think the rabbit divide the hood. Let's keep going. Verse 6. And the hare. Okay, let's see what the hare is. Now that look like a fucking rabbit. That look like a hare. It's a swift, long-eared mammal of the genus Lepus. While they resemble large rabbits, they have longer legs, are generally solitary, and their young are born with fur and open eyes. In the Bible, the hare is a herbivorous, rabbit-like mammal mentioned exclusively in the Old Testament as an unclean animal. Now I'm going to show you a picture of this. Now that motherfucker there looked like a rabbit. You see it? I'm trying not to put it so the light. That bit there looked like the rabbit. Now that other one, that motherfucker looked like a goddamn, don't that look like a rabbit? That motherfucker looked like a goddamn rodent, a rat, for real. But the hare, let's continue. Verse 6 again from the top. And the hare, because he chewed the cud, but divided not the hood, he is unclean unto you. Verse 7. And the swine. Let's get the definition of swine. Define.
Swine
is an umbrella term for a stout body, clove hoof mammal of the family Suidae. which includes pigs, hogs, and wild boars. The term is used broadly to describe the animal biological, horticulturally, or as an insult. Okay, let me read a little more of that before we go somewhere else. Biological and agricultural meaning. The animal, swine are even told ungoatless, with thick skin, coarse hair, and a distant mobile snout. They are omnivorous and are highly effective in converting feeding into meat. Piglet, a baby swine. Gilt, a young female swine that has not given birth. Sow, an adult female swine. Boar, an inact male swine. Borrow, a castrated male swine raised for meat. But they ain't got all types of names for these motherfuckers. Okay, what is swine? What is swine in the Bible? In the Bible, swine, pig are primarily used as symbols of ritual uncleanness, impurity, and spiritual degradation. Because they do not chew the cud, they were forbidden to be eaten or even touched by the Israelite under the Mosaic law. The Mosaic law. So, and the swine, we know that's the pig. From the top again of verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof and be clove-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. Verse 8. Of their flesh should ye not eat, and their carcass should ye not touch. They are unclean to you. So you can't eat it. You're not supposed to touch it. They are unclean to you. Verse 9. These should ye eat of all that are in the water, whatsoever had fins and scales in the water, in the seas and in the river, them should ye eat. Whatso have fins and scales in the water, that what you should eat. Verse 10. So they don't matter what water is, the ocean, the river, the lake, the pond, the creek. If it ain't got fins or scale, you cannot eat it. Verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the river, of all that move in the waters, and of any living thing which is in the water, they shall be an abomination unto you. If it said, and all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the river, all that have not fins and scales in the seas and in the river, of all that move in the water, so all that moves in the water, and of any living thing which is in the water, any living thing which is in the water, they shall be an abomination unto you. So if it don't have fins and scale, you cannot eat it. Any living thing. Ain't moss living in the water? Don't you know them plants living, right? It don't have fins and scale. And y'all out there eating that moss, talking about this good and everything. God said any living thing. Anything that moves in the water. Anything that lives in the water. If it don't have fins or scale, it is unclean to you. Do y'all get that? He broke down everything. Any living thing in the water. Moss lives in the water. Plants lives in the water. They grow. So it's a living thing in the water that is unclean to you. But y'all listen to what everybody else say. Oh, moss good for you. I'm on top. This is good. Do this and do that. Well, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to listen to what the Bible say. He said, it shall be an abomination unto you, a detestable. Let's get the definition of abomination.
Abomination.
It's anything or anyone that cause extreme digest, hatred, or loathing. It describes an action, object, or behavior that is considered vile, shameful, or deeply offensive to moral or religious standards. What sin does the Bible call an abomination? What is the list of abomination to God? Okay, it's saying the same thing. A specific, well-known list highlighted in the books of Proverbs. But the other one I just read, what sin does the Bible call an abomination? Damn. Okay. Oh, we know what abomination is. It's an abomination unto you. Verse 11. They shall be an abomination unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, but ye shall have their carcass in abomination. Verse 12. Whosoever had no fin nor scale in the water, that shall be an abomination unto you. Verse 13. And these are they which ye shall have in abomination among the fowls. They shall not be eaten. They are an abomination, the eagle, and the osprey, and the osprey. Verse 14. And the vulture. These are birds, which you don't supposed to be eating. And the vulture. And the kite, after his kind. Let's see what the kite is. Get the definition of kite. I think them like bats. A kite is a typical, a light frame covered in paper cloth or plastic that is designed to be flown in the air at the end of a long string. Now, that ain't the one I want. Okay. It say a kite mostly commonly referred to a tetra-flying toy or a bird of prey, depending on the context. Okay, a bird of prey, a typical of medium-sized, graceful hawk with long, narrow wing and deeply forked tail, known for soaring high in the air. So it's like a hawk. Oh man, I ain't mean to come up out of it like that. It's like a hawk. Let me see. See if they're going to show an image of it. They showing the image of the kite. That's it. They ain't showing the image of the bird. So let me see, can I pull up the bird image? Okay, there go the bird image right there. Damn. We had to go in AI mode. It's showing the kite and the bird. A kite is mostly come defined as a terrestrial aircraft consisting of a light frame covered with paper, fabric, or plastic that is designed to fly in the wind while connecting to a long stir. Now this the bird. That's the bird. It looked like a hawk. So this is unclean to you. Verse 14 again from the top. And the vulture and the kite after his kind. Verse 15. Every raven after his kind. Verse 16, and the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo. Let me see what this is. It ain't pronouncing the word. Damn. What is a cuckoo? A cuckoo in the Bible? In the Bible, the cuckoo is mentioned only in the Old Testament in two virtually identical passages. Here are the key facts about its appearance and translate: unclean for consume. Okay, this the cuckoo. That's the cuckoo. That's unclean to you. It says 16 again from top. And the owl, and the nighthawk, and the cuckoo, and the hawk after his kind. Verse 17. And the little owl, and the cormorant, and the great owl. Verse 18. And the swan, and the pelican, and the gier eagle. Verse 19. And the stork, the heron after her kind, and the lapwing, and the bat. Verse 20. All fowls that creepeth, going upon all four. Well, verse 19, them all the birds you cannot eat. So it didn't mention the chicken, it didn't mention the turkey, but they ban our food so bad, man. You have to grow your own to trust your own. I don't even trust the cooked food chicken house I work at. And I see, but I don't know. I stopped buying the chicken because the chicken started tearing. It's ripped like in shreds. So I feel like they doing something to it and they putting something in it. They washing it in some because it started tearing like scripts. And that ain't how chicken's supposed to tell. Let's continue. Verse 20. All the fowls that creepeth, going upon all four, shall be an abomination unto you. So all the fowls that creep, going upon all four. Fowls are birds. A fowl is any bird, specifically referring to domesticated poultry or wild game birds commonly used as food. Them fowls are birds. So it said all fowls that creepeth, going upon all four, shall be an abomination unto you. All four. I ain't really seen a fowl with four. We know he ain't got to eat, supposed to eat it. But I didn't see a bird with all four. Let's continue. Verse 21. Because I got to look into that with that all four. I got to ask my ark about that. She learns something new every time. You identify something new every time. Verse 21. Yet these may ye eat of every flying creeping thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Now these are the flying thing, every flying creepy thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Verse 22, even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, and the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. Now, remember what we just read. When it come upon a time, you ain't got no food, and you run and see the locust, and the locust after their kind, the bald locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, even the grasshopper after his kind. If you ain't got no food to eat, just know this is good to eat. It say, Yet these may ye eat of every flying creepy thing that goeth upon all four, which have legs above their feet to leap withal upon the earth. Verse 22, even these of them ye may eat, the locust after his kind, the ball locust after his kind, and the beetle after his kind, and the grasshopper after his kind. You might have food right there in your face. So know this is good to eat. This is clean. That go upon all four, that hop, leap. You got the locust, you got the ball locust, you got the beetle, and you got the grasshopper. Good for nutrition, proteins, and all. You remember John ate honey and locusts. Let's continue. Verse 23. But all other flying creepy things which have 4 feet shall be an abomination unto you. Verse 24. And for these ye shall be unclean, and for these ye shall be unclean. Whosoever toucheth the carcass of them shall be unclean until the eve. So if you touch it, you're going to be unclean until the eve. Verse 25. And whosoever beareth out of the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the eve. If you touch it, listen to what it's saying, because this is how you going to purify yourself. You got to clean yourself back up. Verse 26. The carcass of every beast which divided the hoof and is not clove-footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Every one that toucheth them shall be unclean. The carcass of every beast which divided the hoof and is not clove-footed, nor cheweth the cud, are unclean unto you. Everyone that toucheth them shall be unclean. Verse 27. And whatsoever goeth upon his paws among all manner of beasts that go on all 4, those are unclean unto you. Whosoever toucheth their carcass shall be unclean until the eve. Verse 28. And he that beareth the carcass of them shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the eve. They are unclean unto you. Verse 29. These also shall be unclean unto you among the creepy things that creep upon the earth, the weasel, and the mouse, and the tortoise, after his kind. See, like the Chinese folk like rat. That's why he said, learn not the way of the heathen. The mouse, the weasel, the tortoise. What the tortoise is? Let's get the definition of that. That's like a turtle. Let me see how I pronounce it.
Tortoise.
Tortoise. A tortoise is a land-dwelling reptile known for its slow movement, exception, long lifespan, and hard protected outer shell. Belonging to the family of Testodont, they are strictly terrestrial, whereas their aquatic cousin turtles spend most of their time in the water, but the tortoises spend most of their time on land. A land-dwelling reptile. And it looked like a turtle. Let me show y'all a picture of that. That's the tortoise. Look like a turtle on it. He is unclean to you. The weasel. Let's get into what we know what a mouse looked like.
Weasel.
A small, slender, carvous mammal known for its agility and hunting skill in a border figure and slang sense, it describes a sneaky, untrustworthy, or dishonest person. Weasel. The term can also be used as a verb to describe evading an obligation or acting deceitful. This the weasel. Them look like little, wow, them bitches long too. That's the weasel. This is unclean to you. Look like little rats too, yeah. Verse 30. And the ferret, and the chimalo, and the lizard, and the snail, and the mole. We finna look at all these. The ferret first. A ferret is a small, slinky, domestic mammal of the weasel. It's a part of the weasel family. It looked like it too. Known for its long body and curious natural. The term also functions as a verbal meaning to search persistent for hidden things. A ferret. On the movie what dude had on good movies to watch when we was young. A warrior movie. I forgot the name of it. But he had two of them. He was good with animals. He had an eagle too. He had two ferrets, an eagle. He had a tiger. I forgot the name of that movie, man. I just love that movie. But that's the ferret. It would chew on some stuff too. Look like a weasel. It run in the weasel family. Okay, the chimelo. Let's see what this is. Chameleon. A chameleon is a specific, chiefly arboreal lizard known for its ability to change skin color, independent movable eyes, and long prehensile tongue. It ain't showing no picture of that. Let me see. Going to the image. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I done seen these. Them motherfuckers lean on one of them goddamn branches and change the same color as that branch. We all seen them. All these are unclean to you. So we know what a lizard is. Let's look at the snail. Snail. A snail is a small, slow-moving mollusc with a soft, wet body and a spiral outer shell. It belongs to the class Gaspro and can live on land, in fresh water, or in the ocean. The term is also used metaphorically to describe anyone of anything that moves or progresses very sluggish. Snail. Yeah, these some nasty looking slippery motherfuckers. At the seashell. You know what a snail is. The mole. Let's see what the mole is.
Mole.
It has 7 distinct meanings depending on the context. But we want the mole what the Bible talking about. And they're not showing. Okay, a small barrel insect-eating mammal characterized by velvet fur and strong front claws for digging. Damn, let me see, can I see and find an image of that? Them motherfuckers look like rats, if that's it. The fuck is this? I never seen one of these. That motherfucker look nice. Hell no. Let me put it out. I'm finna show it to y'all. That motherfucker look nice. You see his finger with it for digging. I don't know what the fuck is that. I ain't never seen that one of these. But that's unclean to you. Verse 31. These are unclean to you among all that creep. Whosoever do it toucheth them, when they be dead, shall be unclean until the eve. And I touch unclean meat every time I have gloves on, but I be unclean to the eve. For real. Because I cook, and they don't sell nothing like they love pork. Verse 32. And upon whatsoever any of them, when they are dead, do it fall, it shall be unclean, whether it be a vessel of wood, or remnant, or skin, or sack, whatsoever vessel it be, wherein any work is done, it must be put into water, and it shall be unclean until the eve, so it shall be clean. It's telling you how to clean yourself up. So when you touch these things. Verse 33. And every earthen vessel whereinto any of them fallen, whatsoever is in it shall be unclean, and ye shall break it. Verse 34. Of all meat which may be eaten, that on which such water cometh shall be unclean, and all drink that may be drunk in every such vessel shall be unclean. Verse 35. And everything whereupon any part of their carcass falleth shall be unclean, whether it be oven or ranges for pots, they shall be broken down, for they are unclean, and shall be unclean unto you. Meaning, if you cook pork or anything unclean in the pots are unclean unto you. You can't use them no more. Verse 36. Nevertheless, a fountain or pit wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. So, nevertheless, fountain or pit wherein there is plenty of water shall be clean, but that which toucheth their carcass shall be unclean. So what touches the carcass of a dead animal or the dead unclean animal is unclean. So you can't drink that water. You can't use that water. You can't bathe with that water. You can't do nothing with that water. Verse 37. And if any part of their carcass fall upon any sowing seed which is to be sold, it shall be clean. So and if any part of their carcass fall upon any sowing seed which is to be sold, it shall be clean. So any parts of that carcass fall on the sowing seed which shall be to be sold, it shall be clean. But if any water be put upon the seed, okay, and any part of their carcass fall thereon, it shall be unclean unto you. So if it get wet and the carcass fall on it, it's unclean. But if it's still dry, need to be sold, it's clean. And the carcass fall on it, it's clean. Verse 39. And if any beast of which ye may eat die, he that toucheth the carcass thereof shall be unclean until the eve. Verse 40. And he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the eve. He also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the eve. It say, and he that eateth of the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. He also that beareth the carcass of it shall wash his clothes and be unclean until the evening. Verse 41. And every creepy thing that creepeth upon the earth shall be an abomination. It shall not be eaten. Verse 42. Whatsoever goeth upon the belly, and whatsoever goeth upon all fours, or whatsoever had more feet among all creepy things that creep upon the earth, them ye shall not eat, for they are an abomination. Verse 43. Ye shall not make yourself abominable with any creepy thing that creepeth, neither shall ye make yourself unclean with them, that ye should be defiled thereby. For I am, verse 44, for I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and ye shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall ye defile yourselves with any manner of creepy thing that creepeth upon the earth. 45. For I am the Lord that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your God. Ye shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. Verse 46. This is the law of the beasts, and of the fowls, and of every living creature that moveth in the water, and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make, verse 47, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beast that may be eaten and the beast that may not be eaten. That's the end of Leviticus chapter 11. He that just broke down all beasts that clean to be eaten and unclean to not be eaten. So you can go back through Leviticus chapter 11, read it over if you don't understand it, and look these definitions of these things and what they are. You know, the swine, the rabbit, the turtle, all this is unclean. If it don't have no fins or scale, it's unclean. It's unclean. It's not like you can go pray over it and make it clean. No. He just told you it's abomination to you. This forever. It always, what make you think if the pig's still doing the same thing it been doing since it been created from century, what make you thinking it came clean now? That it's all good to eat it. Just pray over it. No. That's not what the scriptures say. It's abomination to you. You're going to be unclean until the eat if you touch it. Now, if you eating it, you saying it big time. He going to kill you. In Isaiah 66, it tell you that. For the ones that's behind that tree eating that swine and the mouse, he told you not to have these things. Man. Well, with that being said, man, we're going to close this thing on out. So y'all already know. Go to Matthew chapter 6. And we're going to close this out with the Lord's Prayer. But y'all got to stay focused, man. And do a thing. The whole duty of man was Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. That tell you the whole duty of why you here. And what you're supposed to be doing. Especially Israel, the chosen people. We're supposed to be fearing God and keeping his commandments. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore pray ye, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. From thy is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Israel, man, family, family, family. Like I always say, stay blessed. Keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, endure until the end. If you following God, He gonna protect you. Can't nobody put their hands on you. Nobody. Kwame Yasharala family. Stay blessed.